What if your greatest power wasn't in what you say, but in what you withhold? What if the secret to making people chase you wasn't in proving your worth, but in letting your silence do the work? And what if the very act of chasing was the one thing that guaranteed you'd never be truly valued?
Hey guys, we're Wisdom, based in Abu Dhabi. We use AI tools to make these concepts come to life, but it's our amazing team who goes deep, breaking down powerful philosophical ideas and showing how they really apply in everyday life. We hope you enjoyed today's content.
Every pursuit in life, love, status, opportunity, reaches a silent tipping point. At first, you're the one doing the reaching, texting first, explaining yourself, fighting to prove you deserve a seat in their world. It's like sending follow-up emails to a hiring manager who never replies, or being the friend who always plans the meetups no one else bothers to arrange. But then, you stop. You go quiet. You vanish without explanation. You let the thread go cold. And in that moment, the balance doesn't just shift, it fractures. The ones who ignored your calls now feel a strange pull to hear your voice. The boss who took weeks to answer suddenly asks if you have a moment to talk. The friend who never replied to your texts sends, "Hey, are you okay? Haven't heard from you." Those who once dismissed your presence now crave it. They miss the comfort they never admitted you gave them. They start trying, harder than you ever did, just to be noticed again. This isn't luck. It isn't some petty game. It's a primal law of psychology, a truth so old that Machiavelli mastered it centuries before science dared to name it. He understood the brutal reality. The moment others sense your need, they own you. The moment they believe you'll always be there, they stop valuing you. But the instant they feel they've lost you, they need you back. It's why a company that rejected your job application suddenly calls when they hear another firm is about to hire you. It's why the ex who ignored your messages starts accidentally liking your posts after months of silence. It's why a luxury brand sells out a product in minutes simply because it's limited edition. Humans are hardwired to crave what's scarce. It's not a preference, it's instinct. And instinct is unbreakable. When you chase too hard, their mind starts whispering, "Why are they so eager? What's hiding behind this desperation? If they want me this badly, maybe they're not as valuable as I thought." It's the same on social media. Comment on every post, reply to every story, and suddenly you're background noise. Or in business, email a client 3 times in a week, and they start wondering if no one else wants to work with you, but withdraw, go silent, offer nothing. Now their mind spirals. Did I do something wrong? Have I lost them? Were they more valuable than I realized? It's the friend who stops texting first, and suddenly you're the one reaching out. It's the colleague who stops chasing approval, and now the boss is calling them into meetings. It's the date who doesn't reply for days, and now you can't stop checking your phone. This is Machiavellian reverse psychology in action. You don't beg to be chosen. You let your absence do what words never could. Prove they were wrong to doubt you. Machiavelli studied the Roman tactic of feigned retreat. Pretend to fall back, lure your enemy into overconfidence, then strike from the shadows when they least expect it. Silence works the same way. Leave without drama. Walk away from one-sided relationships without warning. Offer nothing in moments where they're expecting a reaction. It's the coworker who expected you to defend yourself in a meeting, only to find you said nothing, leaving them to stew in their own words. It's the partner who expected an angry reply after ignoring you, only to get pure, unreadable stillness. It's the friend who expected you to keep chasing plans, only to realize the invites stopped and they don't know when. Because when you stop chasing, you send one silent, devastating message. I'm not trying to be in your world, you're trying to be in mine. And that silence is louder than any confrontation. It haunts, It forces them to replay their own moves in their head. It makes them wonder if they ever had the upper hand, or if you were letting them think they did. In that void, reflection starts to take root. First comes guilt, then regret, then obsession. When you chase, you're sending a message without ever speaking. You are above me. Your validation defines my value. It's the job applicant who keeps emailing for updates, making the company believe they have all the leverage. It's the friend who keeps apologizing for things they didn't do just to be accepted back into the group. It's the partner who tolerates disrespect because they fear losing the relationship. But walking away says something far more dangerous. I can live without you, and that terrifies you. It's the employee who resigns from a toxic workplace without a fight, only for management to suddenly offer promotions and raises. It's the public figure who stops responding to criticism and watches their detractors burn themselves out looking for a reaction. Because power isn't just what you hold in your hands. It's what you're willing to let go of without hesitation. And nothing unnerves people more than realizing you don't need them to breathe. Silence is terrifying. When someone leaves without explanation, the mind doesn't rest. It keeps turning over the memories like evidence in a case that can't be solved. It replays conversations, searching for hidden meanings. It whispers, "What happened? Was I not enough? Did they find someone better?" It's the friend who suddenly stops replying to messages, leaving you scrolling through old chats to see if you missed a sign. It's the coworker who resigns without warning, making the office speculate for weeks about what really happened. It's the person you were dating who goes quiet, not blocking you, not explaining, just gone. This is the Zeigarnik effect, the psychological truth that unfinished stories haunt us far more than those with closure. Machiavelli understood this long before psychology gave it a name. What's unexplained becomes feared, and what's feared becomes powerful. When people can't close the loop, they can't control the narrative. And when they can't control the narrative, you control their thoughts without lifting a finger. When you chase, you leak 4 fatal signals. Impatience, the kind that makes you reply within seconds to a message that took them hours to send. The kind that makes you refresh your inbox after every meeting, waiting for their response. It tells them you're in a hurry for validation, and nothing kills allure faster. Desperation, the moment they sense you need them more than they need you, the balance shifts. It's the job candidate who keeps lowering their salary expectations just to get hired. It's the friend who keeps overgiving, hoping for scraps of attention. Dependence. Your mood lives in their hands. A slow reply ruins your day. A missed call sends you into overthinking spirals. You're no longer in control of yourself. They are. Predictability. You've killed the mystery. They already know you'll say yes to the plan, laugh at the joke, and respond to the late-night text. And in a world obsessed with novelty, predictability is the first step toward invisibility. The predictable are disposable. But the one who withdraws, the one who breaks the pattern, vanishes and leaves questions hanging in the air. Unforgettable. Even kings and queens fall into the ego trap. If they liked me once, they'll always like me. If I ignore them, they'll try harder. Celebrities do it when they assume fans will keep showing up, no matter how they behave. Managers do it when they believe star employees will stay no matter how poorly they're treated. People in relationships do it when they assume they'll never really leave me. But when you don't, when you stay silent, calm, and utterly composed, their frame shatters. They don't beg because they suddenly miss you. They beg because you destroyed the reality they were living in. A reality where they had all the power and you were guaranteed to return. When you don't return, you don't just disrupt their ego, you rewrite their self-image. And nothing frightens the powerful more than realizing their influence over you was an illusion. Strategic silence isn't ghosting. Ghosting is emotional, reactive, born from hurt. Strategic silence is deliberate, calculated, done from a place of control, not chaos. It's the difference between slamming a door in someone's face and quietly removing the door altogether so they can't even tell where the exit used to be. In dating, it's not blocking their number in anger. It's simply never initiating, never explaining, until they're left wondering if they were ever that important to begin with. In business, it's not sending a heated "I quit" email. It's just letting your calendar fill with better opportunities until they notice your absence in the meetings they thought you'd never miss. Because when they can't see the exit, when they can't figure out how or when you left, they'll tear the walls apart trying to find it. And in that search, you're no longer the one chasing. You've become the one they can't stop chasing. In every connection, romantic, social, or professional, there's a question pulsing beneath the surface. Who is more replaceable? The chaser always looks like the weaker link, because their actions scream, "I need you more than you need me." It's the employee who keeps begging for meetings with a boss that barely remembers their name. It's the friend who keeps texting first, even after being left on red for days. It's the partner who keeps fighting for scraps of attention while the other gives nothing back. But the one who leaves, quietly with dignity, rewrites the frame. They send a message without shouting, without drama. "I wasn't chasing you, I was testing you, and you failed." And when they realize they've failed a test they didn't even know they were taking, that's when the panic sets in. Not because they've lost you, but because you've proven they were never as important as they believed. The panic they feel isn't truly about losing you. It's about losing the version of themselves they were when you chased them. When you were in pursuit, they felt wanted, desired, important. They liked who they were in your eyes. You weren't just giving them attention, you were giving them a mirror that reflected a version of themselves they craved. That's what they'll beg for. Not your presence, not your company, but the feeling you gave them. It's the influencer who misses the constant stream of praise more than the people behind it. It's the ex who misses the thrill of being pursued, not the relationship itself. It's the boss who misses having someone hang on their every word, not the employee who delivered the results. They're not chasing you back. They're chasing the high you once provided. And now, you're the only source they know how to find it from. The rules of Machiavellian withdrawal are simple, but lethal when applied with precision. Rule 1. Always have unseen options. Never let anyone believe they are your only choice. In dating, that means having a life so full, friends, passions, opportunities, that they can never quite tell where you're spending your time. In business, it means cultivating other clients or offers so no single deal controls your future. Mystery breeds envy, and envy fuels pursuit. Rule 2. Respond slower than expected. If they text you in minutes, take hours. If they email you in the morning, reply in the afternoon or tomorrow. Every second you delay forces them to overthink. They reread their own words. They wonder if they said too much or not enough. And in that mental loop, their investment in you deepens. Rule 3. Grow in silence. Don't just disappear, evolve. When they return, they should find someone unrecognizable, sharper, more confident, untouchable. The colleague they once underestimated is now running the room. The ex who walked away from you now sees you standing taller, speaking less, and looking better than ever. They left someone familiar. They came back to a stranger they can't stop staring at. And when they finally reach out with, "Been thinking about you," you don't rush to respond. You don't flood them with warmth. You answer with calm, polite distance. I'm in a different place now. No drama, no bitterness, just a simple truth that cuts deeper than any insult, because now, you are the prize. They don't get the version who begged for their time, their attention, their validation. They get the version who forgot how to beg, the version who learned to thrive without them. It's the ex who thought you'd melt when they came back, only to find you smiling politely and moving the conversation to small talk. It's the employer who thought you'd jump at a job offer, only to hear, "Thank you, but I've already committed elsewhere." That's when the reality hits them. The door they thought was always open has vanished. Machiavelli didn't waste time on petty games. He played with frames, the invisible boundaries that decide who holds the power. Control the frame, and you control the game. And the most powerful frame is the one where you are scarce, silent, and absolutely unshakable. Because people only chase what they believe they can lose. They only value what they cannot control, and they only obsess over what they cannot understand. It's why luxury brands limit their stock. It's why the celebrity who vanishes from the spotlight suddenly becomes headline news when they reappear. It's why the person who stops calling becomes the one everyone wants to hear from again. When you stop chasing, they don't just miss you, they start begging for you back. But by the time they do, you'll be too far ahead, too evolved, and too untouchable to care. Because the real power was never in winning them back. It was in outgrowing the need to.
Thanks for spending time in this. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.